First game in the pros. I'm sure your phone is blowing up.
I haven't had a chance to look at my phone yet.
Well, when you do, there'll be texts from every person you've ever met and a few people you haven't. Most notably, there will be press looking for quotes.
They can hit me up on text, too?
They do. And you will want to handle this like you would any regular press conference. You want no comment? No comment. You want to answer? Go ahead and answer. Just remember, everything you say is on the record and has an impact. Most importantly, on your team chemistry and your public perception, okay?
Makes sense.
Look, emotions run high when a game has just ended, okay? All I'm asking is that you take a moment to think before you respond. Words can get twisted easily in the league, and what might seem like a harmless bit of bragging could be taken as a slight. Teammate, by an opponent, a coach, you name it.
I'm under a microscope now.
That's right. All part of the business.
Understood.
Great. If you have any other concerns, press or PR related, you know where to find me.
Tough game tonight.
And Miami with a change here, too. MP's checked in. Hearing scouts talk about MP before the draft, the one concern they had was his hesitation to take over games himself.
And I think that's just how MP is wired, right? He's always been a team-first player, even if that means sacrificing his own shot a bit too often.
On the court for the Heat, they've got Jimmy Butler, MP out there with Richardson. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Highsmith in at the 4. And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. There's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fan interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pull the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with
Kevin, thank you very much. Jimmy Butler remains the Heat's franchise player. He says, the confidence my teammates and my coaches put in me, it's a lot. They hype me up out there and I just go play. I try everything in my power to make sure that we win. They trust me with everything. And Kevin, he's earned that faith.
Adney DA, he tends to deliver in the biggest moments and always has. Hey, we thank you for that report. MP, no good. The Hornets trail. Outside, Green. 56 seconds left to play here in the first. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. He'd have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Here's MP. And he banks in the layup. MP's got 7 points in the game.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Curry finds Green. Miller with the ball. The layup missed.
And he's already patted himself on the back and forgot to put the ball there in the basket. Nice pass by MP, showing how unselfish he can be.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Curry looking around. Bridges outside. Williams has a screen for Bridges. Fooled the D with the pass fake right there. Bridges has got his second bucket tonight.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now.
1 second left. He can't get it to go. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Miami ahead. They're up by 6. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Miami.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Cody Martin is out there with Curry. Then there's Grant Williams. And it's Green, and it's Richards in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Outside, Williams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on MP.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First trip to the line for him here. And he makes the first. Well, we talked about expansion. That has been floated around. We know that teams would have to realign. Shams, any ideas on which teams might have to shift with expansion in the East or West?
Certainly most of the potential expansion cities, the high-level ones, have been noted as teams in the West. Maybe you have a team out east that is in the West moving into the Eastern Conference. But the league could obviously surprise everyone with a different solution. Maybe having one expansion team be an Eastern Conference team, one being a West. There's several options that Adam Silver and the NBA have.
I would think New Orleans would be one of those teams, right? Just where they are geographically. Memphis, those two teams are in the West, and I could see them maybe going east, possibly.
Certainly Minnesota and Memphis. Those are two teams that, to me, have an Eastern Conference feel.
Down low. Here's MP. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. They push it up 4 on 3. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Williams, a screen on Rozier. Here's Curry. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100%
For the second time this game, 4 for 6. To the inside. Here's Adebayo. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Hey guys, during the break, listen in with Charles Lee and his team. Now he wants them to stay focused on teamwork out there. He said, let's keep communicating, keep talking. We've got to help each other out there. Which thinks that team effort is what's needed here. Guys?
Thanks, David.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding. Rising up off the ground.
Adebayo with the bucket.
Well, if this is a physical contest, Adebayo is going to win out.
Pass to Bridges. Out to Miller. There's the triple. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And a fast break now for the Hornets. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Richardson.
Brandon Miller. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 8. Both free throws good for Miller. 43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. MP deciding where to go with it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. MP's got 37.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's Bridges. Back to man. Three-pointer. The Hornets keeping it alive. The new 14. Williams inside. He's guarded by Adebayo. Here's MP. And there's another one for the Heat. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin.